Are you guys ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to ASoundVoiceLive. Now join me as we welcome your hosts, the sweethearts of the industry, James and Regina Howard.
Sowing seeds into other people's lives, but I don't think that anybody who's given a platform or God allows them and makes their name great, if they have the platform, I don't think that their ministry or platform means anything if they're not taking care of home first. So that's seed number one.
I agree.
Outside of your relationship or in conjunction with your relationship with the Father, that's first and foremost. That's the word.
I agree.
But your family is, and a lot of, I think you were alluding to it earlier. He about to cry because this is such a sensitive area for us. You've seen so many ministries, and you don't judge them. You have to have a heart of compassion and prayer for them, and just thank God, for His grace on your marriage and your life that it's not you. But you see a lot of women who are out of order.
Right. Exactly.
Dead wrong.
I agree.
Take care of your family first. Everything else will follow.
Exactly.
The reason we asked this question, and we've been to a couple of engagements, the first engagement that we met, and then other engagements, and what stood out. And with us, we do a lot, and we have some supporting cast, but you're always together as a family.
That's right.
And that touched me, because you have artists who are married be like, push the kids off on the nanny or something like that. And if your kids can't go with you to where you're ministering what you're doing,
You don't need
you
to
won't
be
need
there.
it. You won't be there.
Exactly.
And excuse me. And that's what I saw when I was like, you know what? This is what I'm talking about right here.
We posse up.
Right.
That's
We
what
posse up.
Right.
And, our daughter, she wants to actually be with us.
Yeah.
She wants to do the interviews.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but certain things we try to bring her to.
Sure.
And there's a lot that we do bring her to because we want her to be exposed.
Exactly. We want
And
her
that's
to
a
know.
portion of leaving that legacy as well.
Right.
A lot of other cultures do that. If your daddy was a carpenter, that's why you see Bernstein, and son.
Right.
We're
Exactly.
one of the only cultures that doesn't,
Exactly.
exercise that practice. So how can I want my children to do anything productive if they don't come with us a few times and see that
Exactly.
we're being productive? And Christ-like, in sometimes secular environments or mainstream environments, like you can't take your daughter everywhere.
Right.
It's
Right.
just not practical. But the places that you can,
Take them.
you're leaving that legacy for her.
Exactly.
You're allowing her to see what you do for the kingdom.
Right.
We want everybody to know we love what we do. And by us bringing who we bring on this show is just letting you know. We want everybody out there to know, look, it's not easy, but if you have the right things in order,
That's right.
and if you handle your business the right way, we're all not perfect. We're not perfect.
Exactly.
You have to take your time. You have to have God first, and you definitely have to pray and seek the wisdom so you can make the right decisions, because, God has a blessing for each and every one of you.
Every one of you.
And He is just waiting for you to go on ahead and just get with Him so He can bless you.
Right. And one of the reasons we know that Jason can sing and we know that Paula can sing, but one of the reasons that we bring some of the artists to the show that we bring, and we don't always ask them to sing, is because we want you to know who they are. The singing isn't who they are. Who they are is once they walk off that stage, once they walk off that platform, off that pulpit. And we want you to understand and see that God has created every one of them in His image. But what they do with what God has put in them is what makes the difference. We want you to know that we love you enough to tell you that God's got something on the inside of you.
That's right.
You might not have a platform, but wherever you go, use that as your platform to tell somebody about God's goodness, about who God is, and about His saving grace. That's our first call to this show. That's our first call to this ministry, is to let you know who God is. Secondly, if you're watching me right now and you're a father and you're giving up on yourself and your family, God said no. God wants you to go back and do your first work over and let Him lead you and direct you. We've got more interview for you, and we've got some good gospel music for you. We'll be right back.